Hi, I'm Alexandra Steigrad from the New York Post. I'm the media reporter there, and we're coming to you live from Sport Beach at the center of the 2023 Cannes Lion Festival of Creativity, where we're celebrating the intersection of sport, culture, and the future of fandom with some of the biggest brands in the business. I'm here with Mark Penn, Stagwell Chairman and CEO. Welcome.
Thank you.
So I wanted to get a sense of why you guys call this Sport Beach and the genesis of this whole event here with your brand.
Well, we asked AI kind of what we should do. No, we didn't ask AI. We asked humans, what we should do here.
Okay.
And what was the idea that would kind of captivate people here and do something a little different at cons and yet bring together marketing, sports, fandom, all the things that I think are really part of the current trends of what we see out there in the marketplace. And I think it's been very successful at drawing people. So rather than put Stagwell all over the place, we say, hey, it's Sport Beach, hosted by Stagwell.
Why sports? Are you working with athletes?
Well, I think I would if there's sports, alcohol, technology,
Yeah.
food. We do a lot of work with the NFL. We do a lot of work with teams. We do a lot of work with people who sponsor, teams. And so that I think brought that together. Plus, we knew that people at cons would be interested in sports. And not only can they meet the athletes here, talk about the subjects related to sports, but they could play pickleball and other sports themselves.
So for those who don't know, what kind of services does Stagwell offer clients?
Well, Stagwell is a company that I founded about 8 years ago. We're now 12 to 14,000 people. We're $2.5 billion in revenue. And we basically provide core marketing services, including digital transformation, research and insights, paid media and acquisition, communications, and creativity. And so we really cover the 360 degrees, the services that a modern marketer really needs for digital and creative marketing today.
Interesting. I've noticed that AI and AR are big themes here. How do you see that as the future of media, or do you not see it as the future of media?
Well, we're very heavily involved also in creating a series of tech products. So we have an augmented reality experience at stadiums called Around. You can download it on your phone, and when you're at a game, and if you're at a Minnesota Twins game, you can see a whole different experience on the field.
Okay.
So we're very big into AR, and we also have a PR product, prprofit.com, where generative AI writes your news release for you, then figures out who's going to cover it, then figures out who you should pitch it, and helps you write the pitches. So you may be receiving pitches from Profit PR, or at least assisted by that.
Do you think, I've noticed there's a lot of trepidation around AI, it's kind of taking over, or these thoughts that they're going to replace people's jobs. What do you think about that?
AI is going to be disruptive.
Yeah.
Even regular technology has been disruptive. When I was planning and doing surveys 30 years ago, I would have 50 interviewers and 4 key punchers, and my people don't even know what a key puncher is, right? And we'd use 60 people, and today we use 3 or 4 people to do a survey. And so you're going to see a kind of skinning down of some of these processes, but it's not going to change the importance of the human element in creating the best in creativity. We still do surveys today.
Right.
We even do more surveys than we ever did before, and we're going to do marketing tomorrow, but I think people will get more assistance than they have.
Okay. I know that you have a strong political background. Are you offering any political services or polling or things like that, those kinds of insights to clients?
We do have some politically related companies, right? Targeted Victory, SKD Knickerbocker, among the many companies that we've got. But we've also created something called the Risk and Reputation Unit, where we've taken Democrats, Republicans, people in financial PR, put them together as a group and said, you know what? In today's world, you should really have an audit for your company to get ahead of issues, understand your consumer base, your investors, your employees, before you wind up in hot water, not after.
How do you think today's political climate is affecting brands?
Well, I think that people have a political brain and a commercial brain. and that generally the commercial brain drives kind of what you like and what you enjoy, and your political brain drives how you vote. And if your political brain takes over your buying decisions, then brands are in trouble, particularly if they're supposed to be an every person's brand, right? Because they need not 50%, but 80% of the country. So I think that what brands want to do is decouple them again and get back to the essence of the great products that they produce and not involve the political brain unless that's part of their strategy.
Well, I wanted to ask you, I cover media at the Post, and one thing we're writing a lot about is like the Bud Light controversies and kind of the backlash with certain maybe influencer campaign with Dylan Mulvaney. I know other brands have kind of weighed in on hot button issues. What is the proper or advisable strategy when brands want to reach maybe a smaller group but also not lose their core audience?
Well, look, I think Bud Light's actually breaking some new work with one of our agencies in the next few days here. So I think in general, I think now what I'm urging is, look, there are a lot of ways for you to be politically sensitive, for you to be involved with issues, but I want you to do it with a Democrat and a Republican to really kind of vet the issues in advance. And I think too many had one or the other. We're actually looking at companies now and saying, what's their corporate reputation with Republicans versus Democrats? And certain brands have really skewed towards Republicans, certain are really skewed, but don't you want to be in the middle where both Democrats and Republicans respect you, because it is a divided country.
Well, I'd like to thank you, Mark Penn, for the insightful conversation. That's it for now. Make sure to track #SportBeach2023 and check out Stagwell's social media to get in on the action all throughout the week. Thank you.
Thank you.